Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. Everything crashed. I was testing the low tech and everything crashed. So we will try this again. But I did do a little bit of changing to my mic. Hopefully it sounds a bit better. Some background noise out of there. And I put a filter, like a physical filter, to maybe get rid of some peaking. But I was very excited because the little sub rover actually stopped. Actually stopped the way it was supposed to. So let's see here. So here it is in all its glory. It's not going to let us move. So that thing is big. Don't fall into that. I didn't realize how big that like center dip was. There we go. So we're on the move. As you can see, we can do more science now if we wanted to, because we can stop. And that's amazing. That's awesome. And it actually works as a really good boat too, we found out. So I could probably fly it somewhere. Landing it, however, that's another story. That's difficult. But it is also the only vessel that we ever built in this save that used a jet engine. We could put some lights up here too. There's a lot that we could do to it. But that's the low tech. So it's got its fuel tanks on the side, uses a little winglet here as a leg for its front wheels, uses the wheels with brakes for the back. You attach this and then twist it so that it's kind of a cargo bay, and you can eventually put more stuff in there. But then I just set this guy down, this guy on the back, science. And I actually put you can see in here, there's a little directional control unit, which gives me just enough space to stick my little guy in there. And what that does, the reason for that is, I don't want to have to go far when resetting my experiments. So from right here, I can reset both the experiments that I need to reset, and that makes everything easier. So yeah, that's the concept there. It's not a bad little guy, and I could probably put parachutes on him to drop him around and do science that way. I wonder if that's a better idea than what I'm trying to accomplish. I don't know. For right now, we'll continue with what we're doing. I think we might have lost Vulcan Rider if we did. Check that out. Check out some old videos. And oh, I didn't want to recover. I wanted to back up. Oh well. Whatever. Oh, we couldn't back up. That's why, because it crashed on us. That's why everything happened. Good thing we should have saved the, there it is, top, the terrestrial orbital pod. So this is actually meant to, it worked pretty good. Wasn't exactly accurate with my drop, but I wasn't paying attention either, so I could have fired my thrusters earlier, and then that would have slowed me down enough to deploy this, but everything else worked actually quite phenomenally. So we have the Mark 1 top. We're going to save that. And what we're going to do next, let's see here, I want new, is we're going to make a probe. This probe is going to carry these guys up there and then back down. But and then come back down. And of course it's going to be working on impulse just as we've done in the past. Does it float though? Most of the things can float. Which one were you talking about? The little car that was the rover that was moving around? That does float quite well, in fact. So yes, the answer to your question is yes. I need shrouding. This guy. Yeah. Go away. But I do need interstage. Nodes is turned on. Good. Yes. The best way to do that is like that. Yeah. See? And it even like hugs the top of the probe. I like it. It's looking good so far. This will be good. This is good. Das is good. The idea of the probes are to drop out of orbit after I put them into orbit, obviously. So we want to do kind of... How do I do this? The way I did it before was quite eloquent, so I'm going to try and do it that again. Doesn't look that great, though. Can I do these? Ah, I see, grasshopper. You want to do it like that? I don't like that. Can I do it actually like that? And then they would sit like that. Yeah, let's do it like that. Okay. I know this sounds like I'm just talking to myself, but that's because I am. There's 8. I'm hoping 8 will be enough to lift it. We might have to add more, though. Hold on. Flip it over, I can see it better. There we go. There we go. That should be pretty dead center. There. This is, of course, if you don't know what you're seeing, if you're joining us for the first time, we're doing the career path as if the Kerbals discovered an impulse drive. Eventually, they'll discover a hyperdrive or a warp drive or other drives. But the concept behind this is, and actually, I kind of want to use a smaller one. Concept behind this is that they've developed this technology pretty early on in their space race, and now they're moving forward with this kind of technology versus other options that are available, such as rocketry and stuff like that. Why am I losing my mind and I can't find it? I know they're here. I know they're here. Where are they? Where did you put them? Oh, those are engine plates. Do I want to do an engine plate? Because that puts it... Oh, wait, no. I would also have to do that. Actually, I kind of do. Do I? I can't think. Does it float, though? Yes. Actually, no, I don't even need that, because the way this is built, I should be able to do this. 1, 2, 3. Good. This. No, no, no. No, no, no. How do I do this? I need it in the middle. Not there. Not there. I'll have to put those on after. Get off. There we go. And then I'm going to want this one to be like right there-ish. Put those on. Drop them down. Ooh. How do I do it that? I guess I could. Should work the same way, right? As long as I get them centered on this, it's already centered. That should... Kind of got to grab the right one there, Chief. There we go. Bohica Monkey was military. No medal for you. I don't think Bohica was military. And then I want this one in the middle. Let's try and get these. There we go. Hopefully. Yeah. There. That should be right. Now, this one, I want to go about there-ish. Good. Now I have to give it enough space to hide, because it will extend like that. So that's how much room it needs. Can I hide it now that I've already built it, because it looks really good? Oh, Bohica's been around for a while. I mean, he's been Bohica for a while. Like a long, long time. I've known him for over 10 years now. And remember, this is just the center. Bohica's... I really can't think right now. Why can't I think? What I need is structural. Nope. 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 It should be there. Why isn't it there? What am I thinking of that I'm not seeing? Structural tube. Thought it was in with this. It's not. It's not in robotics. There it is. So we should be able to... Oh, if I set it on that, it's going to move. I don't want the whole structure to move. Let's do this. We'll do it like this. I want to remove this. Let's remove... Wait. Let's remove you first. And we're actually going to... Yeah, stop it. Stop it. And actually, these are set to that. Okay, cool. Can I do that then? Can I, like... What am I trying to do? No, I'm gonna have to kind of configure this. Hold on a second. Yeah, there. Go to there. Just take this off. Take this off. Okay. Put one of these the other way. There we go. Now we're looking at something. Take this and put it in there. Oh, I don't want that. There. Good. Now I gotta sync it a little bit. That should be fine for right now. Now let's redo this again. There we go. When this retracts, it will look like this, which is a little too far. Yeah, the guild name is Bohica. My name is Monkey. Bend over here. It comes again. There we go. That's kind of what I'm looking at. And then go back to this. We will put this guy right there. want another one down here. See if I do that, that happens. Kind of want that like that. Oh wait, no. It's got to give it room. Extend this out. That's... I don't know about anybody else, but that... Ooh, oddly satisfying. Ooh. Since I don't have same vessel interaction, it actually shouldn't be an issue. I want this all the way out to start. This guy can actually build fairing and go right to... What's going on? Why can't I close on my own thing? That's kind of interesting. Do I need anything underneath that? Anything at all? I don't think so. Why don't we put a heat shield underneath it? Just in cause. And hopefully, I'm pretty sure I can. Build fairing. Go straight to the heat shield. Right like that. Very nice. And then I should be able to also do something like that. Not bad. You. White. Guess I'm going with silver because it looks the coolest. Switch this one to silver too. And I don't know if we can, but let's see. Landing gear? Actually, yeah. There we go, and then like that. So it kind of hides itself too. Not that it's ever going to need it, but it's going to descend eventually actually, so it might. I also wanted... Oh my god, I'm just clicking around. My brain is not remembering where things are. That's pretty good. Open this. Not what I wanted. Open the shroud. There we go. Let's put some batteries in there. Back up. Wasn't the smartest way of doing that, but it worked. It eventually worked. Kind of put them over here. Yep. That is what the men in the military do. Yeah. Bend over and here it comes again. It's a colorful term. It's a wonderful term. And it does the job. Okay, so we got some batteries. That's good. I'm kind of interested in something to the effect of that. Because I want to bring them in just a little bit. Like that. I like it. Do it again. Do it again. I like it. It looks good. I don't know if I'm going to keep it like that because I'm now remembering that I have to have things jettisoning out. So I like it, but I'm going to get rid of you. Lots of work on. Because I kind of need this to happen. yeah, kind of like that. And then we'll take these guys. Oh, I'm not able to do it like that. Actually, that should be fine. And then there, and there. Nope, that's not going to work. I didn't think it was going to. I just wanted to kind of test some options. I don't want to do that either. So let's go to this and try this way. Vulcan Rider, did you get to see the small probe that I made that we used to get around the Kerbal Space Center for science and stuff? It was very low tech. I don't know if you were able to see it or not, but might help you out if you were trying to come up with some design ideas. Kind of want it like that. I have it on symmetry, so this is going to look like this. There we go. I do have auto strut, but sometimes I like to use these for certain reasons to like connect this one to this one, because if I do auto strut, it'll connect it to the heaviest part, the root part, or the grandparent part. So kind of, where's my, oh, there it is. I was like, where did it go? So that's there, goody goody gumdrops. From this, I kind of want 2 of these. You're seriously not going to give me like a good center? Well, I mean, I hope it's on. It looks pretty on center. Yeah, that should be good. And then question is, was I also going to do the 2 smaller probes for ballast? So I was going to do 2 smaller probes. I don't think I'm going to, because this is not going to allow me to do it correctly. So I might put 2 smaller probes in there, like in more underneath. Yeah, look how awesome that is. Ooh, there. Always do that to myself. I forget to switch it back to more than one. So like that. Okay. So and that's kind of what we're looking at ish. We're going to do this as well. And you on this side, do same thing. Almost so close. Get up there. There we go. There we go. And that should just hold that a little bit and allow me to work in there. Can I now, because I'll build around it. That's so dangerous. Hold on. This we're gonna call the mothership. What do we call the other one? The top. We'll call this. Hold on. Just put that there for. I think that's how you spell that word. Maneuvering. Orbital. Module mechanism. I don't know. We'll just say module for now. And that is the Mom Mark 1. So we'll have the Mom Mark 1 delivering the tops, 2 hopefully, and 2 smaller ones that we will name later. So let's try this again. We'll save and continue. Then let's go to the top. I want to merge. I'm going to set it right here, and then I will reroute. If you guys don't know this, it took me a long time to learn this. This is the reroute tool. If you have it sitting here doing this, or this works in a couple of different ways, but if you have it here, and obviously when I pick it up, I want to pick it up in the wrong spot. When I pick it up, it's got nowhere to connect. I can kind of stick it in certain spots where there's a hidden kind of one, but that's because that's the main route, but I want to reroute it. So all I got to do is click on this, come down here, click on this, and all of a sudden you see how it's got the little, redo it, it's got the little green ball there now. So I should be able to do that. So wunderbarisch, so wonderful. Take these. Won't look very good though, so I don't know about these at all anymore. Let's get rid of them. They were kind of clippy anyways, clippish. So those are our 2 tops, top 1, top Mark 1, or call it top 1 and top 2. I was gonna put a little probe in here. I really don't know if I have this space anymore. I also wanted to look at this. Currently we're at 5.36 tons, which should be plenty for this guy to work. Let's go to action groups, main throttle. Click on this, target extension, and inverted controls. So that's good. I have battery up here. I could probably just do it's so silly. It's not even working correctly. Wait, can I do F? No. G? No. F? There we go. Symmetry around vessel? No. V? No. Okay. There we go. We're gonna try and do this. Hold on. There we go. That should just give us some power to stay alive. This is our main. Can we build fairing? Oh, we can. Hold on. It's there. doing here? Come on. It was there. I was getting it, and now it's being a pain. No? Okay. Alright, so I like this a lot, but I do need some way of having landing legs of some sort. Something. Give me something. I think these... How much weight does that add? Not that much. And it's kind of a, you know... But it renders that completely useless. If I take this off... Where's my weight? Because I want to bring this back, remember? Yeah, that's definitely going to turn it kind of... Well, no, this drag will be more than this. We'll see. We will see. Okay. But that's not good. That can't be. So we're going to do... like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We'll go down, 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 down. Up, down. Local, good. Out to there. There we go. And that should do that. Okay. Let's do a mom test flight. See if this thing gets off the ground and moves as easy as I want it to. All of them at once. Okay. Let's launch. Now it should be controlled very easily by the main throttle. Oh man, it's getting midnight. I gotta go soon. Let's see here. There we go. Oh man, look at that flight. Ooh. Don't like that, and it doesn't want to. Obviously, it's not moving very fast. But it did take off. It was good to go. In the interest of time, I kind of wanted to make something that would fit right up in here. Just, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get those. So we're not even going to worry about those right now. I'm just going to get these guys, and they're pretty set. We could probably... sink them in just a little bit. There we go. All right. And while it is pretty much done, we are going to do... I'm trying to think. Re-entry is a thing. So we have to think about what re-entry is going to look like. So let me look at something. There we go. We'll do that. I want to see if I deploy, it goes like that. If I deploy inverted, it'll go like that. And I should be able to control that, right? So give me 2 more of these. That was interesting. No. Why? I want them the other way. So let me do inverted. And then it goes like that. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. I actually kind of like that. And then these guys right? Because I don't have a smaller one. I was just seeing. Why is it doing that? There you go. No, it's not even worth it. Because it's got to be like out here. That's not bad. That's fine. And then it's awesome, except I have to do it that way. And does that mess it up? Doesn't seem to. What is happening? Okay. And put this in here like that. Alrighty. That's actually pretty cool. It's weird, but cool. Anxiety, yeah. When anytime I take off, it's a weird long anxiety. All right. As for this guy, he needs a parachute. So he gets that. It actually should be good. That should be. It's a weird looking ship, Mom. Mom's a weird looking ship, but she should do exactly what she's supposed to. A couple more things I need to make sure of. They have communications. Oh, that was another thing. I didn't like fix the communications to the point where oh, I want it on the outside of this because I can't put it on the outside of that. Ooh, maybe this is a good idea. Said no one with a good idea ever in the history of the world. There we go. Maybe. I mean, where else can we put it? That is an idea. Difficult one, albeit, but an idea nonetheless. There we go. It's hard to see them, but they're in there. Oh wow, they're like hidden. I can't even see them anymore, but they should be there. I trust that they're there, Kerbal. Crazy game. Can I do anything here? See, there was just a split second where it worked. I don't know what worked. I guess I could do that. There's really nothing here that can make it like more streamlined. Okay, there you go. That's your streamline. That's as streamlined as it's gonna get. All right, I think Bohica Monkey said it best before. Time for a little anxiety. Because that has that. And it goes that way, but I don't want it to. I want it to go that way. There we go. Time for a little anxiety. We're going to launch the Mom Mark 1 with 2 tops on board, top 1, top 2. And drop them into 2 separate biomes. I don't know how well we're going to get on this, but we should get some data from some places. We'll find out. And unfortunately, this is actually all we're going to be able to do tonight. I was going to do a lot more, but I didn't get as much done. All right, this launch should take a while, so it doesn't really matter that it's, kind of dark out. Let's go ahead and engage. There we go. And like most of the other vessels, this is going to take a little bit of time. We could actually very much increase it. Let me see. There we go. We're getting a little bit more. Little spike. And there we go. Acceleration. We're moving at 14 meters per second. 16, 17. All right. This is a little better than we were doing at first. Once I put it, it's working. It's working. Oh my goodness. Once I put it into orbit, I realized already that I'm not going to be able to change its inclination without it fighting me because of where its thrust is and where the weight is. Because once I drop one of these, it's going to, I try to move with this on it, it's not going to drop. So they're probably going to drop from the same inclination unless I can think of another way of doing it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get up there and drop one for science. We'll do it for science. There we go. It is moving. It is going. It has 830. It's got a lot of battery on it. Oh, that's because it's got those batteries and those batteries. But the platform is up and moving. And like I said, the vessels that we build are going to be a little weird. Gonna be a little different. I can't believe I don't have better SAS with this thing. That's ridiculous. And we will use, oh, that's like legit CurbNet access. Let's go to here and look at these. We're going to be using this biome map to try and do our best to pinpoint a landing. Since we don't have the ability of really getting, I wonder if we put ourselves on a slight awkward orbit, what we can cross instead of just a perfect equatorial orbit. There's only 54% of the map done. We might have to send up another probe or something, a new probe. One that's meant to do more than just drop these. We'll see. All right. We're moving. We're at 4,000 meters. We're at 30 meters per second. Can we, what happens if we speed up? See, when I speed up warp, it actually goes down quite a bit. And I have to, oh no. There we go. You have to adjust it because the difference between the distance between the two that are pulling on each other adjusts once we go into warp, because when you go into warp, everything kind of stretches a little bit away from each other, and in doing so you kind of lose your momentum. But once you can readjust for it in warp, as long as you have robotic controls. Getting up there, I'd really like to be moving a little bit faster upwards. but at about 10,000 meters, I'm gonna dip just ever so slightly to start my equatorial orbital burn, just like that, right there. And then we should start being able to move pretty quickly. We got to watch it, because once we do get up there a ways, we're going to start moving very fast. This is a light ship. It has a impulse engine that can move it pretty decently fast. And then these guys are basically missiles that we're going to drop onto Kerbal and see if they land correctly. Sounds like a good plan. It sounds like a plan to me. I'm no longer getting upwards thrust, so that's bad. I was not moving fast enough to start doing what I was doing. Let's go back to launch and see what I have to do. I might have to just go straight up for a really long time, and then, because I don't have the two engines that I normally do, let's just do that then. There we go. And we're off. We're off to see the wizard. Now, as soon as I speed this up, I'll probably lose, but if I can fine tune it, there we go. So we're at warp, we're moving upwards. We're gonna sit here for quite a while. If you can do that with 2, what can you do with 4? So here's the issue. The way that it's currently built is not the best. I should have done like 1 front engine, 1 back engine, and then 2 pods in between, or 3 pods in between, or something like that. So this is definitely a tester drop ship, drop pod for terrestrial exploration purposes, and it's kind of like so the Kerbals can figure out what it's like to land something unmanned and gather some data from it and see if you can recover it and bring it back. Because I think we're going to adjust these around to eventually be like little rovers that we drop, and then we'll drop Kerbals in the little rovers, and the rovers will drive around. But that's when we get more technology and move forward in the tech tree and stuff. So when we get to that point, you'll definitely see, pretty much as we move forward, everything is going to be built off of the last iteration. So this is like the first iteration of a terrestrial drop pod kind of thing. Later on, you'll see where it will be more stabilized, and the center will have like smaller little pods that drop down, or like I said, a rover or something like that, and it'll make a lot more sense. But we have to remember, we've just now started like testing of the concept of drop pods, let alone having a well-developed and well thought out design that's going to do what it actually needs to do. All right, we're getting back upward, up there. Pure anxiety. Yeah, pretty much. Not like the ever so slightest. Just a little tiny bit. We're still increasing in speed, still increasing in height. That's what we want to see. I may have to do a different type of burn. Like, I may have to put my apoapsis really high and then burn it out over a long period of time once I get high enough. now kind of wishing I did a day launch. Mom is looking pretty good. 128 meters per second at 20 meters high. Apoapsis is not very higher than 20,000 meters. So we're still doing this. We're kind of going off at an angle, which is good. I don't want an exact equatorial orbit. I kind of want to be at a weird orbit so I can choose where I want to land better. Look at this guy. KS Upsilon just coming around on its way. Let's go back to here. 37, 260. Okay. Ooh, we're increasing fast. Oh, don't do that. I still want to be increasing fast, just maybe not quite as fast. There we go. 40,000 meters. Yeah. Now we're getting to something we can actually work with. So I won't fall as fast now. 50,000, still increasing. Good. This is what we want to see. Something like this. There we go. Yeah, I'm literally building these from scratch. I'm putting them together and figuring it out. And that's the thing. Like, I've done for 7.5 years, I've put together rockets that look like rockets. They're meant to be rockets. They're expected to be rockets. You know, we all kind of know what a rocket is, how it works, and what to expect from a rocket. But now I'm using these impulse drives, and I've never used these impulse drives before. Oh no, I'm falling. I've never used these impulse drives before. So it's kind of a new thing for me. It's a new... am I still falling? I'm still falling. It's a new way of playing the game. So I have to learn all new style builds of what I want to do and how they're going to work and stuff like that. But I'm also kind of challenging myself because I don't want to... Okay. We're going back up now. I don't want to just, you know, replace a rocket with an impulse drive and still build the phallic rockets that we see in our style, because those were built with aerodynamics in mind, and my builds, they move slowly through the atmosphere, so they don't really need to worry about aerodynamics, so they don't focus on it, and they build weird, they build different. All right, I'm going to cut for a second because we're at 70,000 now, and I want to do kind of that. There we go. So now I have to bring up my periapsis is what I need to work on. So I dance around. Let's see what we can do about bringing up my periapsis. All of this is being done in complete darkness. You can kind of see Mom with the overlay on. What are those that... Oh, they're just glitches. Oh, they're those. Okay, there we go. But yeah, short answer, yes, they're all my builds. And they're fun. I like building them. I like the puzzle of figuring out how to make it, especially with this, how to make it kind of look sci-fi while simultaneously making it functional, and more so than that, like reusable and affordable, and like I said, to actually carry out the mission, not just make things up. All right, so my apoapsis height and periapsis is a little weird. It's a little off. Let's see what we can do about that. That's not what I wanted. There we go. I don't have control like things yet. Where's my apoapsis? Is out there. My periapsis, I'm at 97. So if I go like this, like I said, I'm still kind of testing these things. That's 78. That's 117. That's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. Can I... How do I do that? There's a way of doing that. No. There's a way of seeing Kerbal with the overlay, and I don't remember how to do that. Now it looks like we're having a little bit of orbital decay. Interesting. I might have to bring it up just a slight bit. We'll do that when we get out there more. But anyways, because if you pay attention here with this, you can see this one was dropping a little bit. Was it? It was before. Maybe not. Okay. That being said, let's take a look at the KerbNet, which I had open, then I closed. And what we're seeing is our path that we're going to be going over. The number one place that we want to try and hit is out here. It's literally this mountain range. Or somewhere in this area, there might be a mountain range. We just haven't been able to see it because we haven't actually gotten telemetry or anything on that. So, and then up here was our best. Maybe we should go to a more polar orbit. I don't even know how to do that without like doing it first. Frank is rating with a party of 24. Oh my God, faking it with Jason. Thank you so much. I don't know if you guys are. What's going on? Howdy, my man. Howdy. Thank you again for the follow. Raid time. All right, so we're doing being dumb with our controls is what we're doing. Yeah, that's not good. We have to fix that. Let's bring that back out right to there. What's that? 109, 115. That's not bad. That is not a bad periapsis. Now we have to design. Just playing some Kerbal. What were you working on, man? We are low tech, dropping some pods down and using them to gather some science, hopefully. Just now deciding where we're going to drop them. Gas station around Minimus. We're going to get there. We're going to get there and do it. Jumbo Babyfoot. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. And what is this now? That chicken wing. That chicken wing. Is it a chicken wing or is it like one of the little chicken legs? Because I like the chicken legs more. Vulcan Rider. Thank you, my man. Thank you. But yeah, for all of you who just joined us, I'm actually doing a series. We're going through the career mode, but we're using Kraken drives. But we're using almost exclusively Kraken drives. So I have to redesign and learn how to fly and do all sorts of things. I mean, you get the benefit of fuel, obviously, but sometimes your builds look a little weird and they come out like there's just a different feel to it because the Kraken drives work actually really slow down towards the atmosphere versus out in space. So you don't really use aerodynamics as much. Aerodynamics are actually kind of really tricky with the Kraken drive. So it's more VTOL and it moves like a blimp. I'm actually still moving in warp speed. That's why I was doing that. Moves like a blimp, so it's slow moving through the atmosphere and stuff like that. But there's a bunch of videos if you want to go check them out as we're progressing through. This is the, what did we call it? Maneuverable, what did we call it? Rename vessel. It's the MOM, but it's Maneuver Orbital Module Mark 1. And they are dropping the tops, which are these little, probes here, and they're going to be dropped down onto Kerbal. And that's where we were. Getting back to where we were, deciding when we were going to drop them. I wanted to drop one to land on the desert. So if I want it to land on the desert, I want to be hitting it probably at the edge here. I think that would be a good spot to drop. So we're going to do a drop out into the desert. I try to stream as often throughout the week as I can. Some weeks are better than others, but I try to get like Monday, Wednesday, Friday streams in and then fill in when I can. So usually from about 6, it's either a time slot of about 6 to 10 or from 10 or on, I'll be streaming Kerbal because I play this game religiously anyway, so I figured, why not? Let's do it. All right, let's actually do something. We should be coming up on our, in just a little bit. Let's make sure we're facing retrograde when we launch this thing. And I mean, this is, for all intents and purpose, this could be a like a weapons platform, but thankfully we're not using it for weapons at this point. We're going to use it for good instead of evil. And those tires just kept it from hitting too hard on our main mom vessel. So let's switch over to the first top. It is in a retrograde. That's actually not good because I need it to be a little farther away from mom before it smacks into it and causes all sorts of problems. Is that going to be pointing away enough? That should be pointing away enough. It is in a retrograde, but I'm pointing upside down. I forgot about that. So I need to be in a prograde. That I'm going to have to fix. That's definitely a mistake I'm going to have to fix. We're coming up on where I think we should be. Now we got to bring this periapsis down to about 50. So oh no, what just happened? What just happened? I didn't even want that to happen, and it like, oh, those have given us problems in the past. So let's get this going. It yanked us off a little bit. That's fine. Do I have to hit it again to activate? I don't want to. Just to activate the damn engines. There we go. What? Activate all the engines. Couple of flaws in the design. That's okay. Hot Fire. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. I did want it a little bit farther away from mom. I guess I got my wish. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. And let's get a much smaller periapsis. Not bad. You know, dropping some science drones onto Kerbal. Hopefully it works the way I want it to. Looking at 53, 52. There we go. We could probably adjust it more in post. That periapsis is at 50. Yeah, we should be okay, hopefully. So we're going to let the mom ship with the other drone, our backup drone, kind of go and do what it's doing. This thing can return to a retrograde. I don't know how to orbit? Sure. Orbit is actually quite simple. You need to be moving horizontal. Oh, God. Get off, shroud of error and horribleness. Okay. Is there still some in there? Yeah, this thing right here could throw us off course at any time. It's just like janking everything around. But anyways, so orbit's pretty simple. You have to be going horizontally about 22. We're at 21.67, but about 22,000 meters per second. Now, because of aerodynamics, if you're doing this inside of the atmosphere, there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of heat, there's a lot of breaking things and explosions and oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, we're all gonna die. Um, if you are able to do this at a high enough altitude, though, the atmosphere dissipates and it becomes a lot easier. But moving in space is more about going faster and slower than it is about turning left, right, or anything like that. So what you have to get your vessel doing is moving 22,000 meters per second. Probably the best way to do this for regular rockets is to start obviously vertical, get upwards of about 100 meters per second, and then you kind of want to follow your prograde on what's called a gravity turn. And you just kind of follow, and I can show you. This is a retrograde. That's that symbol right there. It's called retrograde, and it means you're going backwards in your orbit. This is a prograde, that symbol, and that means you're pointing forward in your orbit. Why do you make me do these things? There we go. Chat. Hog. And that means you're going forward, or you're pointing forward in your orbit. Of course, this is the front of my ship. So when I point it that way, I'm going backwards towards my retrograde. If you point it at your prograde after about 100 meters per second, or sometimes you want to wait till about 10,000 meters off the ground. If you point it at your prograde and kind of follow, I like to follow just above my prograde like that when I'm going upwards, but kind of follow your prograde and watch it. Make sure that you're still increasing in altitude and speed all the way up to 22,000 meters per second, and make sure that you don't go too fast, if that makes sense. Like, you don't want to be going 1,000 meters per second 10 seconds after launch. Kind of want to be higher going faster. But as long as all of those things work, once you get to around 22,000 meters per second, you should be looking at an orbit. Stable orbit, you'll have to tweak with, you'll have to play. A stable orbit means that your apoapsis and your periapsis, or the highest point of your orbit and the lowest point of your orbit, are kind of similar. So right now I'm actually descending. Let's speed this up. I'm doing a lot of explanation. Let's speed this up a little bit. I'm descending out of orbit right now. So what's happening is, actually I want to see that. Let's look at here. See, I'm starting to come up on that. Is this descending yet? Not yet. All right, give it a little bit more time. I'm descending because I'm trying to deorbit this. So I've set my periapsis to about 48,000 because I'm going to hit the aerodynamic forces and slow down to where I want to land. If I bring that down, the periapsis height down too low, then I'll be heading towards the Earth too fast, and I won't be able to slow down in time and splat on the Kerbal. So you want to keep it around 48, 50, and then kind of adjust it. You can slow down or use, what is it called? Aero braking with the atmosphere to slow yourself down. As long as it's below 50 or around 50, you'll be low enough to get some atmospheric aero braking going on once you get lower. And then this will take me down. But if I had 115 and 115, that's a pretty stable orbit. And you can kind of learn from there how to do other things. And we'll go through them. I can probably do a video on that sometime. But yeah, I hope that helped, Hotfire. All of that explanation, if any of it made sense. All right, let's get this ready. We're pointing at our prograde. We're doing good. I don't need that. But we are coming up on where we want to be, and I don't think we're dropping our... So, pointing at our prograde, which is the correct way, right? Yeah, good. Let's just fire these. We're going to bring it down just a little bit. We're going to bring it down to 40 because I'm trying to land in the desert. So I might come in a little hot. Bohica, thank you so much for everything, man. I will see you later, and as always, it's a pleasure. It was better than the tutorial I've done 1,000 times. Well, that's good. Absolutely. But yeah, same thing for SSTOs. If you're trying to make a plane that goes into outer space, they take a lot longer to go into outer space, but you're basically just keep increasing your surface speed until you're high enough and you're doing 22,000 meters per second. That means you can do orbit. You can make it happen at that point. So you'll on a plane, you'll be going horizontal instead of vertical and slightly pointing up above your prograde, and that will bring you'll basically, you're falling. You're technically falling, but the earth is curving faster than you're falling, so it kind of shoots you out into space. It's an interesting concept, but it works. All right, we are pretty much where we want to be. So I need to slow us way down. Let's go here. Just fire these engines. I'm not exactly sure how re-entry this way is going to work, but we'll see. Because I'm at 70 and I'm going 22, so it's not like I'm coming in at 3,000 meters per second. What mode am I in? What do you mean? For, you're talking about these modes? Or are you talking about like orbit versus surface? Okay, so I definitely have, my periapsis is down, but I'm still too high. Why am I still? All right, we're gonna have to do this kind of manually for a little bit because we're not coming down at all. Oh, this is career. This is full career mode, and it's standard settings. I didn't change any of the settings so far. Like, I'm getting standard science, I'm getting standard money, standard amount of contracts and stuff like that. The only catch that we're doing in this to make it a little interesting and different than what we've done before is I'm doing it using impulse drives or Kraken drives. The entire career mode is focused around Kraken drives and small thrusters like these tiny little thrusters. It gives us some advantages, obviously, like it definitely helps out when it comes to fuel because we don't have to use as much, but it also, we're increasing speed slowly. It also makes things a little bit more difficult because it's easy to look and see a rocket and be like, oh, you build a rocket, you make a rocket. Rockets are pretty self-explanatory. It's flame comes out the back and pushes you upwards and make it look like a phallic symbol kind of stuff. But since we're doing it differently and it doesn't usually rely on aerodynamics the way that other vessels do, we end up making different types of vessels and progressing through science in general in a different way. So it's fun. I'm having fun. I can't believe we've done this entire mission. Didn't I specifically like move us into the daytime and it still ended up like, no. All right, so I need to slow way down. So I'm gonna actually do this and try and slow down as much as I can. Hot Fire, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. I try to stream pretty often, and I'll do other things than the career mode that I'm doing. Sometimes I'll just come in here and like build a sci-fi ship because it's fun. But this is what I'm focusing on right now. Oh, this is what I was worried about. We're coming in way too hot, way too fast. We are out of fuel, and I can't blow this until we're way slower. So this might be doing water, and I didn't want it to, but I couldn't slow myself down enough. I'm still trying to get a hold of these re-entry targeted burns. See, I need to be like slowing way down. There we go. There. Ooh, we might get lucky if I can keep this up. Just random. Come on, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow way down, slow even farther down, slow even farther down. I think it's too late. Might be too late. Let's aim for that and see if I can. Ooh. There we go. That's good news. Except I'm 18,000 feet, but I'm surface-wise, I'm not doing great. There we go. Yes, we may have done it. Guys, we may have just done it. With the parachute, our trajectory should put us, hopefully, hopefully, outside the water on the desert so we can get some science. Mad that this is all done at night. Whole thing. Just like, I'm an eagle and I'm big pimpin' in America. Big pimpin' in America. Yeah, no. Okay, I'm done. That's Nice Peter that I was just singing. If you were wondering what that what that song was, he's a YouTube guy, and he's funny. You should go check him out. He also does epic rap battles of Rastafari. So you've probably seen that. If not, definitely check those out because they're hilarious. And I'm actually, so guys, I'm watching through the sky crack. Looks good, right? It's such a beautiful sky crack. You get lost in it. Literally, my vessel is right there and you can barely see it. Lost in the sky crack. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. You got me with the sky crack. Yes, we are coming down into the desert. This is good. It definitely, maybe it gave us, ooh, look. It kind of filled, nope, it didn't. Let's see here. We're actually not that far from the mountains. I mean, far, but we were, as far as what we were aiming for, we actually did quite good. But obviously not. What is this? That's us. But I wonder what that is. Is that an anomaly? What is it? Is it moving? I don't think we're gonna roll all the way over there, but it's definitely something to check out. I don't know what that is. It just says deserts. Okay. I am using some mods, but I'm trying to keep all of the parts themselves stock. So like I use the Kerbal Engineer mod because I like to have these readouts while I'm still looking at the vessel. It definitely helps me with like orbit and stuff like that. So you'll see parts like this, and that's a modded part. But everything else on the vessel, what is that? Oh, those are the landing legs that I put on. That's fine. Everything else on the vessel is actually 100% stock. Ooh, came down a little rough. There we go. We're rolling, and I want to brake. And we'll throw on T. There we go. Ha 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 ha. All right, guys. That first drop pod, semi-successful. Let's conduct. And see, there we go. Oh, and we are getting transmittable science, which is what we kind of wanted to do. I'm not going to recover these. They can be recovered later on. I'm going to transmit as much science as I can from these. That way it's more realistic. It's kind of weird. I've always found it weird. It's like, okay, I'm going to launch a rocket. This is the farthest the rocket has ever gone. And then I'm just going to press recover. And some guys will drive out there and pick up this gigantic rocket that I needed a huge building to build, and just somehow, you know, they'll figure it out. I don't like that. So we're actually, these are going to stay here, and we're going to transmit as much data as possible. So let's keep experiment. Let's log pressure, keep experiment, and then there was another one over here. Oh, it's on this side. It's hiding underneath. Let's log temperature. There we go. Let's do one of these guys. Observe mystery goo. And we observe the goo, and we'll keep the experiments. So the other thing about this, what is our energy like? Because we're actually low on energy, but that's okay. Where are we on the world? We're there, so should, yeah, obviously towards the mountains. Oop. Let's do this. Kind of want to close. Oh, and actually we'll send the information first. Let's do that. Just let it start rolling. Why not? Transmit data. Oh, what's my battery at? Let's see if it will. Transmit all. All right. One science added. Okay. Not enough. See, I knew that was going to happen. It's going to abort. Yes, it is a rolling craft. So it uses the tires. The tires don't actually spin. If you look, they're constantly braked. And then I can undo that to make it move faster. Hold on. Oh no, I can't right now because totally out of charge for a while. Can I move away from this? Well, it's oh no. I have no battery life and I can't slow this thing down, so it's just rolling until let's let it roll. Let's speed things up. Oh, now we're rolling that way. I'm just trying to get the sun to come back out. Looks like it's found a little spot. Wow, is it moving slow? Where is the sun? Sun? Where are you? Anyways, can I do this? Can I? Yeah, warp till sunrise. Let's go. We can warp till sunrise. Our other thing is, where am I going? I kind of wanted to go towards those mountains, but really I was just testing the effectiveness of this guy. Because once I take off the brakes, it actually rolls. So even if I do this, it'll still roll. And actually quite nicely. And then I can kind of control the brakes and stop myself. So it's kind of a neat little vehicle, so I don't have to roll to move. But it does actually work that way. It still works. Let me continue. Transmit all. I'm trying to get this out while I still have power. So it takes huge chunks of power to send stuff. And now it's gonna, you know, do its own thing. How did I think of this design? I was thinking of some sort of wheel that was bigger than a wheel. That's what I was trying to accomplish, was making a big wheel that could surround the whole. And I had originally done it with like, what do you call it? Girders. And They were a little too flat. They made it hard to move things. Ooh, this is a little hard to steer sometimes. There we go. Now go the... Because like as it spins, its direction changes. Whee! Yeah, it would probably take us quite a while to get to the mountain. And at this point, the actual Science Junior is out of gas. I would have to send a Kerbal out here to repack it or redo it anyways. So we're going to say farewell to... Actually, let's go in here real quick. It's right there. This is rename vessel. The terrestrial orbital pod 1, and it is now a probe. No, that probe is fine. There we go. So terrestrial orbital pod, or top 1, since it spins, get it, is good. It has transmitted back some science. Goody gumdrops, and that's what I wanted it to do. And it will recharge and use and do that stuff. So we want to go to the Space Center. I'm not recovering it. I will go find that later. That'll be a mission, is to recover that and do it the right way. Not just turn it into debris and give up on it. All right. Let's go to here again, because we still have a drop pod up there. So we have one more chance to gain some data. Let's go to the Mom, Mark 1. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Do. All right, so this is the Mom Mark 1 up here. And looks like it's doing good. Let's figure out, where do we want to drop the next one? Because we dropped this one on this edge here. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Let's look at our curb net real quick. I mean, getting it to hit those Badlands would be so amazing, but I just don't think we're going to get it. At least not on this pass. Maybe on the next pass, but of course it's going into the darkness. I could drop it in the ocean. I don't think I have there, but that doesn't seem too hard to get to. So, should I aim it for, because it's going to be coming around. Should I aim it for Badlands, which are like these areas, and probably miss? I think I'm going to. Let's go for the Badlands, people. Let's go for the Badlands. So I want to be pretty much over Kerbal Space Program, just before Kerbal Space Program when I go to land. And I'm actually going to let this twist in the wind a little bit. Put Kerbal Space Program in the dark. There we go. It is a couple of hours. Do the maps come in early game? The maps. What maps? You mean this? So you can, early game, you can look at the map, but this is telling me my apoapsis and periapsis. In early game career, that's not the case. You have to upgrade your space center or tracking station in order to get this, and then eventually you got to upgrade it again to be able to do like maneuvers. I can't plan maneuvers yet because my tracking center isn't upgraded enough. But there's also two maps up in a few minutes ago. Oh, these guys. This is another one of my mods, and one of the there will be some parts from this mod. This is called ScanSat. It's a mod that gives you a much better, much more detailed understanding of what you're looking at. So right now I have a satellite on a polar orbit. That's actually its orbit right there. Oh, I gotta be doing this soon. It's orbit right there. And it can do altimetry and biome. So it also altimetry and biome? No, visual and biome. There we go. So it did a visual scan of Kerbin for me as it has done its orbits, and then it also did a biome scan. You can do altimetry and slope as well, but you need the right kind of satellites for that. It'll also find anomalies, and that's the big one that we would like to find, is the anomalies. I don't think there's any here, but it'll show up as a question mark, and it'll allow us to land there and find things like obelisks or moon arches or whatever it may be. And then we can check them out and see them. One of the things I was going to say, all right, so we're right here. Let's undock. Okay, for you, I'm actually going to, T. Oh, that'll be fun. Somebody forgot to put SAS controls on this? That's ridiculous. Okay. Yes, monoliths. That's what I meant, not obelisks. Monoliths. All right, well, let that do whatever it's doing. Mom is a little wobbly. About monoliths? You're talking about Quest for Fire, I think. I believe that's the one you're referencing. All right, so we're facing retrograde, but we need to face prograde to do this. I didn't tell that to happen, and it doesn't. Oh my goodness. 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's the one you're talking about. 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's HAL, and that the HAL 9000 is what Cal 1000 is based off of, or is referencing. Oh my goodness. Navigational computer failing. There. So those shrouds get stuck. They screw everything up. So I gotta fix that next time I go to use this. I love how it still doesn't doesn't activate the engines. I gotta go in and do that manually. Hey. All right, let's face this way. Let's even out. There we go. Let's get kind of a shot. You forgot Mom is in charge and does what it wants because it says so. Where do I live? Actually not too far from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. There we go. What is my... Nope, still a little bit more. I get to watch the launches all the time, which is pretty cool. I don't think DART is launching from Florida, Cape Canaveral, but that's what I meant, Cape Canaveral. Ooh, that's not good. Maybe it is. Let's find out. Let's see what happens. Yes, I'm in the Eastern time zone. But yeah, DART I'm super interested in because not NASA, but SpaceX has just taken on a contract and is going through and about to launch with the idea of trying to move an asteroid, which is something, you know, a lot of people have done in Kerbal. They put a lot of effort into it and a lot of big engines that have slow burns so you can move a lot of thought, a lot of planning. SpaceX is just going to slam a satellite into an asteroid and see if it budges. But, you know, lot of good stuff going on. That's the whole DART plan. Like, it's more complicated than that. But essentially, we found an asteroid. We're going to slam into it and see if it moves. And then we'll figure some stuff out from there. You know, science. Science, baby. That's how it works. I am currently coming down way too high, but I will definitely be landing, you know, over land. Try to land right there, but it's just never going to happen. Like, I don't have enough fuel in the world. This is why maybe an impulse drive would have been a better choice here, but we didn't use an impulse drive. We used thrusters, so we're going to figure it out. I'm going to bed. Been a long day. Thanks for a great stream. Thank you, Vulcan Rider. Again, come on back. Like, subscribe, do what you got to do, but come on back, and if you got any questions, I'm very happy to help. I try to assist as much as possible, even though I'm not the best. Science and his grown adults blowing up villages in Minecraft. Science is amazing. Yeah, exactly. Science is great. But it is awesome. I can actually, from my backyard, if there's a launch and I don't go out to the Cape, I can just watch it streak across the sky in my backyard. That makes me happy. As a person who enjoys space as much as I do, that makes me happy. Sounds good, Vulcan Rider. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Let's see here. Let's speed things up since I'm probably going to come in at a ridiculous speed. Still increasing in speed. Ooh. Still increasing in speed because of warp. It's not as good. A little bit of fuel left. What am I looking at? Well, I'm definitely missing those Badlands. Let me see if I can... I want to do something. Yeah, that. All right. There we go. We're out of fuel. I'm coming in sideways to try and slow myself down a whole bunch. Because if I come in like this, I think I'm more of a dart than anything else. Whee! If I come in like this, I should be catching a whole lot of drag. And if I go like this, no, if I go like this, I should be able to push myself one way. Because I'm trying to land on like the lonely mountain here. It's the only thing I'm actually heading for. Oh, it's not going to happen either. I was trying to head for this, but I guess we'll be landing somewhere over here. Which I guess could work. One question before I sign off. Where is a good place to learn about Kerbal orbital mechanics? JPL, Jet Propulsion Lab in California. They will teach you a lot about Kerbal orbital dynamics. The orbital dynamics of Kerbal are pretty much the same as Earth, but I think it's like 1/6 scale is the idea or the concept. But orbital dynamics are actually very simple. Like I said before, it's not about going left, right, up, down. It's about going faster and slower. So if I want to get away from a body of gravity, you actually have to get faster. But then the farther away from the body of gravity, you go kind of slower and faster. It's weird. But you're moving faster and slower. The faster you go, the farther away you'll go until you move into a different sphere of influence. And more on that when you have more time. But Scott Manley, that's where you go. Look up Scott Manley. He is a real life astrophysicist, I think is his legitimate title. He will teach you everything you need to know. So definitely look up Scott. You want to use gravity to fling you around the planet. You can use gravity to fling you around the planet. if that's what you're going for. But Scott Manley literally works on rockets in real life, plays Kerbal and uses it as a tool to teach people about rockets. So he is definitely a good resource to be checking out. Mike's really good too. And there's a couple of them out there, but I've always Scott Manley's the man, like literally. I watch him just to like for fun, for that smooth Scottish accent that I can't even begin to replicate, but it goes quite well with Kerbal Space Program. But I hope you do have a good night, and I hope to see you again. So we are landing somewhere. I don't know what biome this would be considered. About to find out. Let's see here. We actually got really close, did we? We got super close. We're actually right next to a badland. That's awesome. We're next to a badland. We're next to a highland and a mountain. That's amazing. If we can get... we can probably get a bunch of science from here. We'll see once we get down. These little drop pods actually worked well, quite well too. They came down, they did pretty much what I expected, or what they were intended to do. And landing up on this mountain like this, I hope we're in the mountain, and then we can move down from there. Just roll down. So that was the whole intention, just roll down the hill and get science as we go. We got so little science last time. I was expecting a lot more. A lot more. I do have a YouTube. Right now it's really just like my old streams being transferred over, but they're over there. I am working on a series. I haven't revealed the name yet. That gets revealed in like the first episode. But I am working on a series with all of this to make it like cinematic and fun. Touchdown. And it was a pretty good touchdown. We're not even rolling. Yeah. So, very nice. And Vulcan Rider has a YouTube as well. But yeah, if you guys want to see anything specific, definitely let me know. I can work on doing that. Coming up with different videos to help you guys out or anything like that. But I'm kind of working on this most of the time so I can get footage to do the series where we're tracking down all of our Easter eggs and stuff. Oh, it's trying to roll weird. Stop it. Oh, there we go. There's a break. So let's go ahead. Where am I? Does it tell me? Yes. So I've landed in the Highlands. Have I done Highlands before? Let's conduct. No, it doesn't look like I've done the Highlands before. Recovery is 3 points. So we're only getting about... yeah. We're only getting about half the data that we're pulling. You should show us how to build Mom on YouTube. This will be on YouTube. We went through this stream, or technically it was the last stream because I crashed, but we built everything that you're seeing in the last 3 hours. All of it. It was an hour and then it crashed. The game crashed. And then we've been streaming for about 2 hours. So we built all of this, launched, and are doing it today. So everything from start to finish is here. You can see Mom. You can see how she's built and all of her inner workings. And you can see the tops too, because the tops were built today in the videos if you just want to check them out. Yeah, my YouTube will be my Twitch name as well, Ethan Scott. It is my Twitch, my skitter. What is a skitter? My Twitter, my Reddit, my everything. Just look up Ethan Scott. Facebook even has an Ethan Scott, I think. I don't know what goes on there anymore. But it's all there. It's all under Ethan Scott. You'll find me. There's also a link, I think, if you scroll down. Should just say YouTube. Click on that and it'll send you right over. But thank you. Yeah, definitely check him out. And I'm going to try to get to editing some things soon. But so let's log the pressure. send. So we're getting around half the science that I was expecting, or we're getting around half the science that we could by recovering, but oh, not enough. Gotta let it charge up. Do we have enough to, like, this is direct sunlight. This is direct sunlight. These guys aren't getting any sunlight. Okay. But yeah, thank you so much, Hotfire. Check it out, and we will continue doing videos because this is fun. I started out this series, or this concept of the impulse for the career mode, and I was a little hesitant, but it turned out great. Is this the Badlands that I want to get into? Like, if I go in here and click on this, it's that. Like, it's, where is that formation? That, let's get in there. Let's really get in there. So we're sitting on the edge of what is Badlands, but I'm not sure which way the Badlands are. But we're probably going to roll that way. Find out. How much? Oh my goodness, we're taking forever. There we go. Maybe? That's kind of charging faster. Might need to put more of those on there. Is this one? Yeah, okay. I guess we could probably start our journey. This has become inert because we don't have someone to fix it. Was that our break? Hold on. I will laugh if this thing breaks for us. No, okay. Close. And then down the hill we go. Get some cinematics, some what are they called? Thumbnails? That's a good thumbnail. Just our little rolly vehicle. Roly poly oly. I think maybe if I can get a vessel to them and like land next to it, then we should just call it, like, then we can recover. But if I can't just like land this one and then say that I recovered it, you know. All right, so it looks like downhill, not so much anymore. Let's get some spin going. There we go. It's slightly hard to do this. Just turn the brake off, see if that helps. No, not really. I mean, that's a little better. Thank God there isn't a Kerbal in this. He'd be losing his mind. There we go. We got kind of a roll going on now. Yay! And we're off. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? Who? Anywhere in the world, where would it be? In this world, I would probably travel to, like, I don't know. I'd love to go somewhere no one's ever been. Some sort of like Congo jungle, some part of the Congo jungle or something like that. But I'm not like Indiana Jones. I'd probably die on the way in. Be a short story. Wouldn't even make for like a full film. But no, there are places I would love to go. I would love to see Australia and like New Zealand. There's a couple of islands in the, in the Atlantic I'd love to go visit again. Never been to the Galapagos Islands, and that'd be amazing. I like that kind of thing. I like away. I'm not really the type of person who's like, oh, I really want to go to Prague. It sounds lovely in the summer. No, no. Away from people. I don't have a problem with people. I just have a problem with, like 2 million people in the same city. That gets a little overcrowded. If you can't tell, I used to live in New York City, where it's a little overcrowded. If we're being honest, I think we can all agree to that. All right, this is where the testing really comes in, because that was actually really good. The brake system worked. The tumble. Well, trying to move out of the highlands into another biome to grab a little bit. Oh man, turning this thing just does not want to go. Woo! There we go. We'll do that, and let's go. Roll. Nope, nope. Go ahead. Need you to roll like you were rolling before. Alright, whatever. No. Okay. Doesn't want to work that way. So we'll roll downhill. We're trying to get to another biome. I really got to go to bed. I got to be up in like 4 hours. I was just in New York. I went for the holidays. My family's up that way. It was beautiful. I wasn't in the city. I was out in the countryside. But still beautiful. The city is nice. I love the city. But it's too many people. Too many people for me. Some people love that kind of thing. I'm more like just, yeah, it's too crowded. I don't even like small cities anymore. You go to like, I don't know, Wilmington, North Carolina. This is not a big city. It's not that big. Like Tampa, Florida, not that huge of a city. And I'm just like, there's too many people. I want to be able to drive down the road and just no one else there. It's my road. It's my road now. You can use it later. We can share that way, instead of you being on the road and causing accidents the way you all do. I don't know if it's just me, if I like attract bad drivers, but I attract bad drivers. Now I need to do that. Angle myself and go onward. This is absolutely the best rolling vehicle I've ever created. Oh no, we're out of battery. That's not good. I used to live in Pennsylvania for a while. I thought that was going to be the most remote place that I've ever lived. That's not true. I then ended up living in a place in Nevada. Place in Pennsylvania was in the backwoods of nowhere, but I mean, there was a town, there was stuff going on. Place in Nevada was so desolate. There were 800 people in the entire town, and just over like this hill, there was like 200 miles that didn't have electricity, nothing. There was just empty, just nothing. Nothing was in there. And I was like, that's the most desolate I'll ever live. Nope. Try again. North Dakota, about 13 miles south of the Canadian border. And there were eight people in that town. And the 8 people in that town were all over 55. So, lived in some weird places. This is cool though. I like being near the ocean. It's pretty, it's nice. I can go walk on the beach whenever I want. beaches up in New York are totally different. First of all, they're not beaches, and they're not in New York. They're they're in Jersey, and that's no, 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 no. Yes, God bless the ocean. She is absolutely gorgeous and terrifying. There are sea creatures in there that can swallow you whole, and that, no, too much. No thanks. I love Kerbal. There's no sea creatures whatsoever. There aren't fish, no gigantic squid, no colossal grouper. It's wonderful. I don't mind being in the water in Kerbal. No one goes to Jersey. I actually, that's not true. First of all, there's recently a very big reason to go to Jersey if you live around Jersey. Sharks, I love them, and I want to go cave diving. Yeah, cave diving is fun. Not underwater. That's terrifying. That's where they. Oh, cage diving. I was like, yeah, the caves. That's where sea monsters live. Um, there is a very good reason to go to Jersey. Recently happened. I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to ruin the surprise. But yeah, well, not as long as you're good. You just be safe, be smart. Don't be dumb. But Jersey, I don't know if you know this, but I was up there, New York, last week. It's $3.89 a gallon, $3.89 a gallon in New York. But less than 6 minutes over the line in Jersey, it was $3.19. And a 6 minute drive, that's definitely worth saving like 40 cents. 40, 40, 50 cents. I don't know. Can't do math right now. All right, so we're definitely moving, falling down this hill, which is like, what we were supposed to be doing. Is what it was designed to do. I don't know if we're falling. Oh, we're falling down that hill. Oh, wait, stop it. It's saying Highlands, but we were in Badlands. Were we? Or are we moving towards the Badlands? Not sure. Right? Oh, are you West Coast? Or are you like in a super nice area of the Northeast? West Coast. Yeah, West Coast is rough right now, man. Everything's expensive. I feel bad. West Coast doesn't get enough credit though. People don't get it. Like, uh, whole world is using Uber right now, except for some parts in New York apparently. But whole world is using, or maybe not the whole world. Whole America is using Uber right now, or Lyft, or they're using Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, all of those things. And they're awesome, don't get me wrong. But what they don't realize is California had that stuff first, man. California had grocery or convenience stores delivering food to, stoners because it's California a long time ago. So you gotta give credit where credit's due. They they may go through some rough times, but they come up with some pretty good ideas. Keep me from getting off the couch. Oh, America, America. My cousin, funny enough, for Uber County and gave me a hoodie. Yes, I love hoodies. I'd take a Uber hoodie. I'll take any hoodie. I love hoodies. I live in Florida and I still I still wear hoodies even in the summer. People are like, "You're insane." Yeah, probably. That makes sense. I can accept that diagnosis. Ooh, Badlands. This is where I want to be. Stop. Let's log some temperatures. Go away, go away. Log. What? Why is it there? Review data. I thought I sent everything. Let's see here. Transmit data. Done. Okay, so yeah. Log. There we go. Transmit again. Oh no. All right, stay there. I gotta have to wait. I mean, you can just say you're a Florida man and get away. Yeah, I could say that, but I mean, do I want to? Have you seen Florida Man? Any of them? I don't. There's some crazy people down here. I don't want to. Maybe like a man from Florida, just not Florida Man, because that's a whole different association involved. Noble yet crazy. I was passing this sign. What was it? South Carolina. Made me laugh. I love this sign. It goes, gator heads, wind chimes, and oh god, what was the other thing? Oh, I can't remember the third one. Gator heads, wind chimes, and like oranges. And I'm like, wow, that's a whole new level of convenience store that I don't know if I'm ready for. Um, isn't that Philip J. Fry from Futurama? I want to make my right. I want to make my dog immortal. I got a good dog. I got a good damn dog. His name is Odin. He's a good puppy. My cat, on the other hand, is a pain in the ass, but the dog is really good. This is taking a while, but it's actually quite successful. We've made it to Badlands, and hopefully, with the path that we're taking, we got Highlands and Badlands. We're not going to get up to the mountains, and I don't think we need to get to the grasslands, but the Highlands and Badlands were two that we definitely needed to get to. The mountains are in the wrong direction. Florida Man is all I care about on the news. I don't care. There's no storm coming. There's always a snowstorm coming. Like, I was up there for maybe 3 days, and within those 3 days, it managed to snow. I was like, no, get out, get out before it traps us. Clone or was trying to revive them. You can clone dogs now. I didn't know that actually, but you can. I did, like, I know it now, but I didn't know it at first. You can clone your dog. And, oh, actually, it's only about $10,000. It's not that expensive at all. And I got a good dog, so I might clone my dog. This is taking forever. Let's actually do it this way. That way we can get our charge back up. There we go. And I think it's this. The reverse simulation log. It's stealing power when I don't really need it to. It's slowing everything down. Oh, that would be amazing. I'm sorry to hear about that. It is a very sad time when that happens. But yeah, if you can, definitely I would. I might. Yes, I understand that. I might clone my dog once he passes. He's a really good dog. His name is Odin. Odin the Owlfather dog. Get that back up. Yeah, whatever. And then transmit. There we go. It's as good as Dory says, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Well, I mean, swimming through scientific progression is always good too. It's important to swim through scientific progression sometimes. I don't even know what that means. It sounds like something Khan would say from Star Trek. Overwrite and transmit. We're doing this for very little science, but it's just, once again, it was something that I don't think I've ever gone around and actually gotten these biomes while on Kerbin. I usually just shoot off to the moon and I'm like, yeah, I'm good, whatever. I don't care about Kerbin. But this time, We're doing it. We're doing it all, baby. Whee! Moon or bust. We did orbiter bust so far. We haven't done moon. That's gonna be a tough one. There we go. It's gonna be tough right now because we don't have maneuvers. Once I get maneuvers, it'll be fine. Right now, it's kind of a shot in the dark. Literally, we would be eyeballing a moon transfer, and the astronauts did it, but believe it or not, I'm not a real astronaut. I just play one on Kerbal. So I would have to let them, take care of that, and I'll stick to the stuff I'm good at, which is making silly crafts and watching them blow up most of the time. We're moving. We're getting across the biome. It's an interesting. I like this. I really actually do like this design. You can spin it when you need momentum. If you catch it just right, it'll glide. It definitely takes a beating. I can stop it at any point. I'll just flip over and bounce. And it's getting some science. I would probably change it a little bit. I can only use this once and then it's done. I was kind of hoping, because I haven't done it in a while, but I was kind of hoping that transmitting the data would reset it. It was not the case. So, oh well. But it is. I like the little thing. The drop pods worked good. We hit a couple of biomes. I might be able to get to one more biome here. We'll find out soon. And that'll give us a little bit of science. A lot of work for a little bit of science. But it was, one small step for Kerbal's, one giant leap for impulse science probes. I don't know. I had fun. Food for thought. Does space go on forever, or is there something beyond? So I've actually thought about this. The definition of the universe is everything that exists. So in any concept in which there is some form of bubble around a perceivable area of space, and then maybe some emptiness and another bubble around a conceivable area of space, it would all still be within the universe, because the universe is everything that exists. So there's really no way to be space beyond space, but there's no way to be nothing either. It's like a paradox. It's a conundrum. Quandary. Good question, though. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm awful clamped. That's an old joke nobody gets. Whee! Just burning through that battery. Look at that. Sometimes it goes like back up randomly. It's like, yeah, you're fine. Battery. Here's one. So if it is infinite, to the left of you, space goes on forever. To the right of you, space goes on forever. Up, down, forward, back, every direction from you, extending outward, goes on forever. Which means, technically, you are the center of the universe. Don't let them tell you that you're not. There you go. That's my positive note for today. You are the center of your own universe. Oh man, it's late. I gotta go to bed. It's taking too long. I've been saying that for like an hour and a half. Way too long. Surprised I haven't been yelled at, although Filani is probably listening to me and has fallen asleep and is very much enjoying not being disturbed. Ah, too far. Calm yourself. I need to go here. Wanted to look here. I don't think we're actually going to make it to another biome. Yet another biome. So let's go in here. Oh, we're deep into the Badlands now, I think. We are heading towards a mountain, but I don't think we'll be able to get up the mountain. Let's see. And we're running out of battery life. So I actually may come back to this probe a little bit later, like I said. It's way past my bedtime, and I'm gonna have to go rectify that. Thank you all so much for watching, joining me on these adventures. Today was a little bit slow. For say there is nothing but a drop, like a flat space theory. What is that drop? Flat space theory, I've never understood that one either. If an explosion took place, no, I'm not even getting into that. It's too late. We'll have to address that another day, my friends. All right, so the tops actually worked quite well. They got us out there. They got us some science. They were going to stay out there, and I mean, they can still move. They can still do stuff. They do have solar panels and some more experiments on them that can be sending back more data. But for right now, we're going to leave them where they are. We're going to let them stay there. And we're going to go back to the Space Center, because that is it for today for us. Thank you guys so much for joining me, everybody, for hopping in, talking. The likes and the follows and the comments, all amazing. Thank you so much. I'm Ethan Scott. I will probably be back tomorrow, maybe. If not, I'll definitely be back the next day. And we'll be progressing along in this storyline of career mode. That's what I was thinking. In this career mode using impulse and Kraken drives. The next thing that we're really going to do is start working up more in orbit, maybe doing a station. What time? I either stream at about 5:30 and I'll go for about 2 hours, or I stream at about 9 o'clock and I'll stream until I absolutely pass out like this. So that's the best I can give you for a schedule right now. If you do the follow thing, I think it'll let you know when I hop on. And yeah, I don't have anyone to raid. I have a lot of people in here and I have no one to raid. I should drop you guys off into someone else just to be nice. Let's see here. I don't even remember how to do that, I don't think. But we'll find out. One sec. Let's find somebody. What's going on? I wish, like, hopefully I can see you then. Hopefully. I will be doing this quite often. It's not like a... Whoa, echo. It's not like I'm going to disappear for a long time. I will be doing this every other day, if not every day, for a very, very long time. All right, so this guy, I don't know what he's building, but it looks like a dragon. So we're going to do that. How do I do board? Okay. And then I should just do like slash rod. And then, yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for progressing with us. I will be back tomorrow or the next day. Like I said, you'll see me on here and I will keep going. I'm also going to try and get some edited videos done, and the series actually started for the show. I keep almost saying the name of the show and I haven't launched the name of the show yet. So we should be seeing that soon. Keep an eye open. Thank you so much. I will catch you guys on the flip side. See if that works. Thank you. Yay, it's working. Let's drop you guys in. Thank you again, and hope to see you soon.
It's going pretty good. I'll turn that on, I guess. Hi, everybody. Holy shit. Let's see how this goes. This is gonna be terrible. Oh, dude, just barely. Alright, alright. We gotta put a one front wheel on it, Charlie. This thing's it's gonna do wonders. I believe in it.
Oh, I think you should get one more engine in the back.
Nah, you tripping.
You got a lot of fuel, dude. Not a lot of stuff using it.
Okay. Maybe you might be right. How am I gonna make these on the bottom?
Camera.
How am I?
Lift the whole plane. Set those aside for a sec.
Oh, okay, true.
You gotta grab it by the command pod.
Fuck.
Recovered.
Okay, we're back on track. How? Okay, wait. Wait, no.